Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Mother Diva's House. I am Valencia Renee Dantzler, also known as Mother Diva, and I'm a talk show host, community activist, and the official Madam Ambassador of House and Electronic Dance Music. As you can see, I'm wearing my beautiful house. I am on location in Los Angeles, California, and I will be leaving this weekend to return home back to Chicago. And honey, I can't wait because I have all types of wonderful things that I'm doing to teach people how to prevent themselves from catching the coronavirus. And I'm always in the community warning people to stock up on gold and silver and survival uh, products and all that good stuff. But I am doing this particular episode because I would like to dedicate it to two of my favorite entertainment moguls. These two ladies have inspired me. They are amazing. And yes, I am talking about none other than Miss Deborah K. Allen Nixon and Miss Felicia Ayers Allen Rashad. Whenever I am down, sad, depressed, not feeling well, thinking that I just can't go on, I get a positive image in my mind, and it's these two ladies. They have paved the way for so many of us in entertainment. They fought the good fight. They are just amazing women. I said fought the good fight. I was supposed to say fought the good fight. I caught that. I always correct myself. The true diva always does. Now, I want to talk about one of these ladies in particular. I want to talk about Miss Debbie Allen because this particular live is actually dedicated to a show she produced and directed. I am talking about none other than A Different World. I have written a masterpiece, A Different World 30-year reunion special. And I actually had the opportunity to put it in Miss Allen's hand about 3 years ago. Now, I want to give you guys some background on Miss Debbie Allen here. Because growing up, she had dreams of becoming a dancer, ballerina, and was told that she was a little too thick, which means she was a little too black, okay? But let me tell you something about this diva, honey. No one on the universe, in the universe, on the earth, could kick like Miss Debbie Allen. She would just give it to you, honey. They could not handle it. See? And you know, when they tell you you too thick and meaning you too black, they just can't handle all that booty. You see, Miss Allen's built like a brick house. I know because I'm built like a plus size brick house. And they just couldn't handle all of that. But she proved them wrong. And she went on to become one of the greatest dancers in this world. And not only did she become one of the greatest dancers, she's a producer, director, actress, philanthropist, teacher. She's everything. Now, we have some history, Miss Allen. Back in 1989, I had the opportunity to meet Sinbad. I was 18-year-old freshman in college, living here in Los Angeles. I relocated back home to Chicago in 1999. And I gave him my resume. I said, will you please give my resume to Miss Allen because I would love to work on A Different World. He said, I sure will. So a few days later, I called to make sure that he gave my resume to you. And whoever answered the phone must have been an assistant or somebody. They said, we do remember getting a document from Sinbad, and Miss Allen stuck it in her bag, and I believe she misplaced it. So I just laughed, and I said, that's okay. At least Sinbad kept his word. So, moving on, In 2017, several years later, I had the wonderful, glorious opportunity of meeting you, Miss Allen, at the Wallace Center. I took your salsa class. I was the lady in the purple house who was trying to sneak in an interview. Now, look, Miss Deborah, I called your publicist. I called your office. I had been trying to get an interview with you. I tried to do it the right way. And they just kept saying you was too busy. You couldn't do this and you couldn't do that. And I said, you know what? Damn it. I'm going to go down there and I'm going to talk to her because I have to give her this script. So I went to the Wallace Center, took your salsa class, and I tried to sneak in an interview. And of course, you threw me shade. You gave me a little bit, but you didn't give me a whole lot. But I was okay with what you gave me. And so I had a gift bag for you. But before I gave you that gift bag, you was just hot and sweating and everybody was around you trying to take pictures and all that. And I thought to myself, I said, how come no one has asked this woman if she wants some water? It was burning up out there. And so I said, Miss Allen, would you like some water? And you said, yes, I would. And I ran into the Wallace Center and got you a cup of water. I said, it's water. I said, I need some water for Miss Allen. She wants water. And they gave me a beautiful cup of water and I brought the water to me. And I thought to myself, is she gonna take the water? I mean, she don't know me. I mean, there's crazy people out here. You know, what if she thought I might have did something to the water or something? But just the spirit of everything, you know, you trust and that's what it is. Of course, you know, I wouldn't do nothing crazy like that because I'm trying to get you my script. But you just got to be careful nowadays because you don't know who's giving what to who. And that was 3 years ago. You really got to be careful now with all this coronavirus and COVIDs and things walking around. So I gave you a gift bag. It had a wonderful card in it, and it had my script, A Different World 30-Year Reunion episode. And you told me you was on your way to Chicago because you had some production that you were working on with Harrah's. Now, Harrah's is not exactly in Chicago, it's in Joliet. And you said, honey, I need money. I need money. And I gave you a list of people who I knew in Chicago. I didn't know them personally, but I had communicated with them at some point that I knew that had money. Now, they may not have given me money, but you, Debbie Allen, they would have given you anything. They would have given you the money you was looking for. So I don't know what happened with the project with Harris. I didn't hear nothing else about it. And I often wondered what happened with that. But moving forward, I just want to educate people because it's very important that we educate ourselves. Now, when you want to submit a screenplay or a teleplay to someone as important as Miss Deborah K. Allen Nixon, you have to go through a literary agent or an attorney. People of her stature do not take unsolicited material. But the first thing that you want to do when you're submitting a screenplay is first you want to, of course, write the teleplay, you write the screenplay, and you get a copy written at the U.S. Office Library of Congress. But more important than that, you need to register your screenplay. I'm going to remove our picture so we'll have more room. You need to register your screenplay with the Writers Guild of America. Now, as you can see, this is a documentation of registration with the Writers Guild of America West for the material A Different World 30-Year Reunion. And you see it's by the following: Valencia Renee Dantzler, aka Mother Diva. That's not on there, but my birth certificate name is on there. Most important thing is you see there's a registration number at the bottom. And this registration is good for 10 years. Now, after you have registered your teleplay, your screenplay with the Writers Guild of America, you then want to get a literary agent. Now, most of us don't know how to get a literary agent, let alone get a literary agent. So that's a whole nother story, but the easiest thing to do is to get an attorney to send a letter. So my attorney, Mr. J.B. Ross, may Yahweh rest his soul, because he died on me in 2018. I'm mad at you, JB. We had work to do. And as you can see, JB sent this wonderful letter. This is his letterhead. As you can see, that's JB Ross and Associates, attorney at law. And this was the letter that he sent to Red Bird Productions, which is Miss Debbie Allen's production company. And it just simply says, my client, Cool Commercial Concepts, which is my company, Miss Valencia Dantzler, let's see, is submitting a Different World 30-year reunion special treatment and script for your consideration. The material is copywritten and registered with the Writers Guild of America. If you have any questions, call now. Since he is no longer in the flesh, his cousin, Stephen Mandel, took over his office. So Stephen Mandel is now my attorney in case, we have a conversation about it. So now let's get to this wonderful screen teleplay that I wrote. It is absolutely ingenious. Debbie, you are going to love this, honey. It's amazing. Okay, let me tell you what happened. What happened to the Hillmanites? Okay. Now, I have a little synopsis. I'm going to read through it. As you can see, there's Dwayne and Whitley, because we're going to start with Hillman's favorite couple. So, now, as you all know, 2017 marked the 30th anniversary of A Different World and 25 years of the beginning of the last season, which debuted in the fall of 1992. Okay. And in the next couple of years, it'll be 30 years since the show went off the air. So you got some room to play with. Okay. So now, here is the premise of the reunion special. The reunion special is to learn what happened to everyone after graduation. The Hillman Alumni, aka the Hillmanites, return to Hillman to attend their children's graduation from Hillman's bachelor and master's degree program. They all meet at the pit for conversation and reminiscing. There will be a memory wall at the pit of faculty who passed away, and we will bring back some of the show's most notable characters. Okay, now, what happened to Dwayne and Whitley? Okay, let me tell you what happened to Dwayne and Whitley. Honey, it's fabulous, okay? Dwayne and Whitley found out they were pregnant with twins, honey. A boy and a girl that they named Jasmine and Kadeem. Ain't that cute? I use their real names, right? Okay. Dwayne became a top video game designer and generated millions of dollars designing a variety of video games to advance children's education and recreational activities. In addition to Whitley becoming a best-selling author, Whitley also became an international art buyer specializing in Japanese art. They both learned how to speak Japanese as well as their children. Now, at the end of the season, they moved to Japan. And so now they had twins, and so they all speak Japanese. Now, Miss Whitley was all about them coins, honey, okay? So Dwayne becomes a multimillionaire, which pretty much relaxed and at the same time fueled Whitley. And now she is even more bougier than she was 30 years ago. She has truly turned into her mother, Miss Marion. May Yahweh rest her soul. Now, when I wrote this, Diane Carroll was still alive, okay? So now that she's gone on, we can either do a hologram, which has never been done on television before, and have her character in it in a hologram, or we can just write in that both Whitley's parents have passed on. Okay. Now, get this. Dwayne and Whitley eventually returned to the U.S., and their children attend Hillman. Their daughter Jasmine is currently in a FaceTime relationship with her childhood boyfriend, Henry Chan. Now, see, Miss Debbie gonna know who Henry Chan is. Let me tell you who Henry Chan. Henry Chan was part of the production crew that worked on A Different World. If I'm not mistaken, he might have been an editor, but you correct me if I'm wrong. But he was a part of the crew when A Different World was on air. Okay, now, Jasmine and Henry are discussing plans to fly him in from Japan for her graduation. In a twist, Jasmine is more of a frugal personality like her father Dwayne, and Kadeem is more arrogant and snobbish like his mother Whitney. So that's kind of like a twist. Now, of course, Adele and Woodson Wayne come to see their grandchildren graduate from Hillman. And as you can see, okay, there is Miss Patty LaBelle and her on-screen husband. Okay, now this is one of my favorites. Whatever happened to Lena and Dorian? Look at them. Okay, so let me tell you what happened to Lena and Dorian, honey, because this is a doozy. Now, Dorian and Lena got married. Dorian was a virgin when they married. Now, remember this, because remember, Dorian did not want to have sex with anybody until he was married because he was very religious-fied, okay? So Dorian was a virgin when they married and vowed to keep his wife pregnant. Because honey, after he got some of that Lena cooch, he was always up in it, honey, trying to keep her pregnant. Okay. They had 5 children. Dorian became an NBA basketball player for the Virginia Squires and retired from the NBA to become a minister. Lena became a community activist slash reality TV show producer. The show that she produces, now get this is genius. It's called Political Wives. Okay. Political Wives are about female politicians married to athletes. Now, if you notice, she's short, he's tall. He went to the NBA. She doing her little reality show. Now, who do you think I loosely based this on? Yes, of course. It was based on Shawnee and Shaq. I thought that would just be a really great inspiration and twist to kind of base it loosely on Shaquille O'Neal and Shawnee O'Neal. He was a ball player and she got her reality show. Okay, now they have 3 children attending Hillman, a son, Dorian Jr., that is graduating with his master's degree in chemistry, a daughter in her senior year, and a son that's a freshman. They have a child in high school and 1 child in elementary school. Now, the couple has been separated and on the verge of divorce. They run into each other outside of the pit, trying to put on fake smiles for everyone. When they get a moment alone, Dorian begins fussing at Lena for having her attorney serve him divorce papers right before a child's graduation. They get into a heated argument overheard by Miss Charmaine. Charmaine interjects and locks them both in the utility closet until they work out their marriage. You know Charmaine is crazy. Okay, so now I'm going to tell you what happened to Charmaine, but I'm going to tell you that a little bit later. Okay, so here we go. We got Hillman's other couple right here. Who is that? Who is that? Who is that? Freddy and Ron. Moving on to Freddy and Ron. This is some juicy stuff. Okay. Freddy and Ron got married. Freddy became the first woman of color to be a Supreme Court justice appointed by President Obama. During the reunion special, there's dialogue about how both her and President Obama are half-breeds. And they support each other. It is intended to be a lighthearted joke. Ron became governor of Virginia. And get this, and part-time professional drummer slash musical director for BET programming events. There is dialogue about how everyone saw him on the BET Awards campaigning for his second term. So he back there playing drums at the BET Awards with campaign signs carrying on. Okay, that's cute. Okay, their son, Frederick, is graduating from Hillman, and like his father, Ron, was in college. You know, Ron was a slacker. He was a semi-slacker. Frederick is barely passing. And to make it to graduation and to show, he had to enlist the help of Miss Jasmine, Whitley and Dwayne's daughter, to help him pass. Okay. Now, Mr. Johnson, that was Ron's father. Y'all can see him down there at the bottom. Okay. Now, He comes to see his grandson graduate. There is a discussion about Miss Joni Brooks, who was played by actress Anita Morris. She passed away, of course. That was Freddie's mother. So we're going to write in that Freddie's mom passed away from ovarian cancer. Now, get this. Remember Cousin Matthew, the white boy? Cousin Matthew became a top Hollywood A-list actor and actually won an NAACP award for Best Actor in a reverse twist. There is a lighthearted joke about him being the first white guy to win an NAACP award. Matthew comes to see his cousin Frederick graduate. Okay, moving on to Miss Charmaine and Lance. I love it. This is genius. Girl, we gonna win all kind of awards with this, honey. This is ingenious. Whenever they get rid of this coronavirus and COVID and all this kind of stuff, all this stuff going on, Zika flus and everything, when they get rid of it, we gotta start shooting. This is very important. Okay. Charmaine became the president of marketing for the telephone company, Miss Virginia Bell. Because you know, she just talked too much and too fast. Okay. She never married. She never had any children. The Hillmanites kept in contact over the years, and Charmaine became godmother to her college friends' children. Lance became a New York fire captain, twist, because you know he's the fire captain on House of Pain, Mr. Alan Payne. Okay? He never married or had any children either. Oh, honey, both of them knew how to protect themselves over 30 years old. Okay. Lance is on the verge of taking an early retirement due to the current Republican administration. Okay. So it's current Republican administration's problem for Lance. Okay. He returns to Hillman because his niece is graduating and sees Charmaine for the first time in 25 years. This time, he won't let the love of his life and girl of his dreams get away. Charmaine and Lance reunite and rekindle their relationship. Oh, I'm so good. This is so good. I cannot. Okay. Jaleesa and Colonel Taylor. What happened to Jaleesa and Colonel Taylor? You know they had a baby. Okay, so Jaleesa and Colonel Taylor are celebrating their 25th wedding anniversary. Jaleesa became the president of Hillman and is the CEO of her own employment agency. Remember, she was running employment agency back then. Okay. Colonel Taylor is retired from the military and still teaches at Hillman part-time. Their daughter, Imani, is graduating from Hillman. Okay, next page. Terrence became a professional dancer slash choreographer and toured with Janet Jackson, Britney Spears, Mariah Carey. He lives in Los Angeles and teaches classes at the Debbie Allen Dance Academy. I love it. Okay, now, Suzanne Taylor, who was Colonel Taylor's daughter. Y'all remember that Colonel Taylor had a daughter in one episode because Dwayne Wayne had the hots for her before he got with Miss Whitley. Okay. So Suzanne Taylor is married and has one daughter. Suzanne is a top engineer at NASA. Both Suzanne and Terrence returned to Hillman to see their little sister graduate. In a twist, this is so brilliant, Suzanne's daughter is graduating from Hillman as well. So we all get to see Hillman's first aunt and niece graduate together. Imani is getting her master's degree, and Suzanne's daughter is getting her bachelor's degree. Isn't that brilliant? I am fucking brilliant, Debbie Allen. Come on. Okay. Next couple, Kim and Spence. Kim and Spencer. Get this, honey. Kim and Spencer got married and moved to Jamaica. Kim became a brain surgeon. In fact, she is the chief surgeon at Trinitas Hospital in Kingston, Jamaica. She is Dr. Kimberly Reese Boyer. Spencer is Prime Minister of Jamaica. Their son, Zarly, is graduating from Hillman. In a twist, Kim is pregnant at 50. Yes, I was inspired by Miss Janet Demita Joe Jackson. Okay. Kim is pregnant at 50. Oh, honey, the phone is ringing. They're going to have to wait until I get off this live. Okay. Denise and Martin. Okay. Denise left Hillman, of course, and returned home to Brooklyn. She struggled to find herself, went to Africa, came back with a husband and stepdaughter, Olivia. You know that I didn't write that. That was the plot and storyline with Denise on the Cosby Show. Okay. Denise went back to college while raising Olivia and graduated with a master's degree in child psychology. She opened up a school for children with special needs. Martin became the Secretary of the Navy and advisor to the President of the United States. They came back to Hillman to see Olivia, played by Miss Raven Simone, graduate from Hillman. They have a son, Desmond, who is currently in the military, Coast Guard, fighting in a war in Syria. He sends a FaceTime message to congratulate his big sister. Okay, so as you can see, she's all grown up. There she is there, Miss Olivia, Miss Raven Simone, and all that carrying on there. Okay. Gina, Miss Gina. Oh, when the Saints go marching in, go marching in. Oh, honey, whoever that is, I hope they got some money for me, but I can't get off the line. Okay. Gina is a geologist and is the executive director of the American Association of Black Geologists and Geophysicists, honey. She returned to Hillman as a guest speaker for the graduating class. When everyone gathers at the pit, Gina, of course, bursts out into When the Saints Go Marching In. That's going to be funny. Oh, when the Saints go marching in. She is very pushy with her stories of working with miners, digging for gold and silver. She tells everyone about the banking holiday coming soon, and they need to take all their money out of the bank and buy physical gold, silver, copper, and platinum and stock up on it. With Trump being president, we are entering into another depression and the markets will crash. Okay. So that is the storyline. I got a little treatment, a little script here with Lena and Dorian and all them acting fool in the closet trying to work all that out. So, Miss Allen, I hope you have enjoyed your 30-year reunion special of A Different World. I look forward to hearing from you. My phone number is in the live feed. And I'm posting this on YouTubes and Twitters and Facebooks and Instagrams and all of whatever social media that I can find. I put my heart and soul into this. I sincerely hope we can work this out. But I have to just say, I don't think that there's any other reunion script out there that can really top this. I mean, I am a genius. This is award-winning material here. So I look forward to hearing from you, and I thank you all for your time and attention, and enjoy the rest of your Thursday.